Good afternoon, everyone. It's Grant back for episode number, where are we? 7? Cool. Yeah, wow. It's been a couple weeks. This is a very casual, chill, when I find time, I do it. It's for me. And when I didn't have any interviews lined up, conversations lined up for the last couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden I did this one with Taylor. Yesterday I chatted with Bentley, and then tomorrow I get to chat with the rescue restoration guys. So 3 in a week. That's pretty cool. So we do have a backlog starting to build up. Next week Savannah's on, and then and then I got one booked with Esther from Gratawood. So wow, yeah, look at that. When it rains it pours. But this is just the intro to say hello. Keep this short. I don't need to dive into too much, to be honest. I think what do I think? I think that wow, yeah, you know what? I think we just get into it. I mean, this was a fun conversation with Taylor's very knowledgeable about plants to a degree I didn't know was possible. So it's extremely, it's almost, I mentioned it in the conversation, but it's like going to school, you could say. You get to learn a lot in a fun way. And that was a really nice, just a really nice conversation. And shout out to all the moms out there. How about that? Let's get that out the gate, because it's not easy. It's not easy being a parent, trying to run a business, and working also. I mean, just doing it all, right? So we had lovely Maisie, Taylor's daughter, join us. And I don't know, that's it. I just wanted to say that, y'all are doing it. If you're doing all, being a parent and running businesses, man, it's a lot. I'm there. I'm here. I'm here to help support however I can. And then that's it. You know what? I said what I need to say, because this is a long one and it's a fun one, and I'm looking forward to talking more and chatting more and schmoozing more. And without further ado, this is Taylor with Native Scapes, and away we go.
When you're in need of a plumber, a roofer, a builder, a baker, a candlestick maker, electrician, technician, landscaper, bricklayer, flooring and fencing, I need to say we could be schmoozing. We could be schmoozing at the Southern Shmooze.
We're happy to cut out whatever we don't like or whatever we don't want to use, but it's very conversational. It's not really interviewee. I don't know if you heard the first few.
I did.
Oh, cool.
I listened to the one with the guy you've known for a really long time, the handyman.
The Forrest or Lane, probably, or Brendan, because he was the last one. Technically I've known them all for a while now.
Might have been Forrest. He has one other guy he works with.
Yes, they.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't want to touch that. Okay, so we can do a proper intro, or whatever. Might as well do an introduction.
Okay.
So today we have Taylor with Native Scapes. Mm-hmm. Off to a good start. Maisie, which is her daughter, and then Gus is here also, my son, and Clarence, technically our dog. So we've rounded out, got everyone included. It's a Monday evening, and thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So my name is Taylor. I have a lot of jobs. I am a brand new mom. I have an 8-month-old daughter. I work at the Atlanta Botanical Gardens and have for the last 3 years. And I also own a native plant design company focused here in the Atlanta area.
Which is how we met.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, because we talked about lawn alternatives.
I like a good context story to start things off too, because I wonder what the connection was per se. We got somehow this will be interesting with all the background noises, because I must have found your number through somebody, or did I reach it?
I don't remember if you said you found me through my website or whether you'd found me on Facebook, but I spend
probably a bit of both.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time talking to people on Facebook hoping to catch a fish.
You have this on your ears?
Not yet. We're kind of done with that part, but thank you, Gus. Just realizing now that you might be a little too talkative for this. Do you think you want to help Grandma and Mom in the kitchen with dinner?
No.
Please?
No.
Maybe yes?
I want to do Daddy.
Okay. We still want to try this, or?
We can give it a go.
Okay. Yeah. So it was one of those. It was definitely one of those outlets, because I was interested in trying a natural alternative to grass. Mm-hmm. I was really interested in. Well, there's a word for that. Permaculture, I guess you could say.
Yes. Yes. I think we talked about some permaculture principles and the pros and cons of that.
Yeah. I attempted it because I was trying to get rid of grass just because I wanted like a natural yard, right? Mm-hmm. And grass takes not natural, it takes chemicals and stuff, which is unfortunately flash forwarding to a year later, I'm back to chemicals. So sorry, but it was just like I just couldn't do it. Maybe in the near future or something, I will attempt again. But it was one too many things on my plate. But yeah, I was excited about it, and I still am excited about it. But just the idea of having a yard that's kind of natural pollinators and grass alternatives and like less mowing involved, like the whole nine was just like very intriguing and fun to me, which is ironic since I have a landscape business that is like hundreds of maintenance customers.
Yeah, lawn maintenance customers.
There's a fun tie in there though, because we have a branch of it now that's all electric. So
nice.
At least we're doing something better for the environment.
Yeah.
So that was a lot at once, but if I had to backtrack a smidge, I would say, because you have like you said, you have 3 jobs, right? You want to talk about being a mom or working at Atlanta Botanical Garden or your other Native Scapes?
I guess we can give a little. I know it's.
I'll
so
let
much.
you lead.
I guess we'll do a little bit of background where my credentials come in.
Cool.
So up until 2022, I had worked in the film industry with no hand in plant material at all.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, I was a set lighting technician, and you know what? Film's really fun in your 20s. It's brutal.
So this is 2022?
Yeah.
So you're okay. So I'm guessing you're in your 30s now.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I'm 34 now. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Right around the time the writer's strike happened. Actually, it started with COVID. I got into plants during COVID, and it was just kind of a hobby. But I've got the magical powers of girl ADHD, so I just went down the rabbit hole and really, really got more into it than I thought I was going to.
Apparently. Yeah.
So we go to the writer's strike, and I'm like, oh man, well, what am I going to do for money while we're trying to do this? So I joined the exhibits temp department to put up the Christmas lights at the Botanical Gardens.
Gotcha.
And I was like, man, I really like it here. How do I stay here?
I like it there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Hort department plays a game called Taxonomy Tango, where every week the managers put the clues to a plant of some kind, and you have to guess the genus and species. And if you guess it correctly, they give you a piece of candy.
You said taxonomy?
Yes.
What? I'm thinking of a different. What's the word where you stuff an animal?
Not taxidermy.
Okay, so this is different. Gotcha.
Yes.
Well, that's funny. You get a piece of candy.
You get a piece of candy. So I was the only non-Hort department participant to play.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I made sure that they knew I was, because we have like 4 or 5 different tailors that work at the botanical garden.
Sure.
So I had to put
I
my
assume
initial.
there's. Do you know the staff number there? Is it in the 100?
Easily.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we have 30-something people just in the horticulture department. That
Wow.
doesn't include the restaurant, guest experiences, all of our housekeeping, the people in the office, marketing. Like, it's a whole shebang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So we get it. I get it now. That's sort of how you. Well, I think I get it. Is there more to that?
Basically, when my temp position was coming up, there happened to be an opening in the horticulture exhibits department, which is like the Goddess and Alice in Wonderland and all that. And I was like, well, let me see if I can weasel my way in there. So I put my name in for the job.
Yep.
I got the interview, and the manager hired me because
You had all
he
the
had
candies?
noticed me playing Taxonomy Tango.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool. Yeah, that's a really fun story about how you. I'm always curious how someone lands up where they end up, and I guess no regrets, right? Clearly, you like it a lot.
I think I just found my calling really late in life.
I did too, because what you think you're like 28 or something?
I was maybe 31
Oh, back
when the switch happened. Yeah.
28 is when I started the landscaping, and that was my calling. So like I was late in life too, you could say. I mean, there's other ways to look at that, but that's how I feel about it. But so somewhere along the lines, or maybe not along the lines, but shortly after that is when you started to also do the work with your own company.
Yes.
Cool. And
Yes.
that, I assume that was. Well, you can tell me. How was that going?
It was going in blind.
Yeah.
I had no idea where to start, how to start pricing, what people actually wanted out of design companies, if design companies were even plausible long term, or if I needed to have, installation and all these other umbrellas too. And I was like,
Right.
all right, let's just go a step at a time. Let's just get the LLC going.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's find somebody who will let me draw them a picture.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's kind of where it started.
I'm starting to recall our conversation more because you were actually at work at the Botanical Gardens when we talked on the phone.
I was on break.
Okay, cool. Okay, so that was roughly a year or a year and a half ago, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
How has it been since then till now? Did you figure out all the pricing and stuff?
Yes. I figured out a pricing model that works for now. I think as things advance and as they grow, pricing will change. But I'm at a point that's comfortable where, there's that magic number where people will take you seriously, but you also don't scare people away with the sticker shock.
And before we get too far, let's plug your stuff.
Okay.
Just because I want to get that out the gate at the beginning and in the end. But it is, nativescapega.com.
Yes.
Cool. And to clarify even more, if someone's still figuring out what you do, because I only gave one example in regards to my yard, but maybe you could walk them through what a typical customer is asking you, or with a broad scope of all the stuff you do.
Yes. So basically what my company kind of does is garden consultation, native garden design, and I also offer horticultural services while we're in the off season. So I'm not going to do a lot of design work in summertime because it's not the opportune time to plant.
Correct.
Or in late winter,
Yeah.
you will ideally be ordering plants by then, so you don't want to be designing by then. So during those times, I can either come out for a flat fee for 2 hours and teach you how to use your own garden efficiently.
Yep.
Save everybody time, money, and stress, because God knows how much money we pour into plants we don't know how to take care of.
Fair enough.
Then I do offer specialty horticultural things like peach tree pruning.
I have a peach tree.
Pocket pruning. I saw it.
I might need some advice.
Yeah, I can help with that. Pocket pruning, planting advice, because not everybody knows how to plant a tree. It's tricky.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, you're probably talking to the choir in regards to anyone listening, because I'm still learning myself, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know what a root collar is, chances are you've buried your tree too deep.
Fair enough.
And that's just one of the things that I can help teach
Hi.
with my consultation services.
Yeah. Okay. And that's an in-person consultation. Are you still doing the phone consultations too?
I do offer phone consultation. I have started charging $25 for those, just so people hold the appointment.
Yeah, for sure.
I've had a couple no-shows.
Maisie's clearly having a word or two, which is perfectly fine by me.
She does this to me on phone calls too.
Yeah, 100%.
And then as far as design aspect goes, it kind of depends on what people are looking for. I'm flexible because I don't think we live in a monolith. So what's interesting about the native plant movement is there's a little bit of a dogmatic feeling about it, and I think it scares people away.
The natives scare people away?
The intensity of natives or nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of that. I've gotten that impression from people that I've worked with, that that's how they perceive native gardening.
They're either full in or there's no half in it, is what you're just kind of...
Yeah, there's not a lot of room for compromise.
I mean, I'm a big compromise guy myself. Like, I definitely have some natives, but most of them aren't. They're just kind of like, my whole thing is, do you know that Surfscape plant nursery?
Yeah.
They got this is a hidden gem, so for anyone listening, you're welcome. But they have they do plant delivery, but they do have I call it the Isle of Misfit Plants. So these are people ordered them and didn't want them, so they go to the Surfscape and then they sell them half off or whatever. So I just collect.
Yep.
And I'm running out of room, as you probably noticed. I am vast. Yeah, they're anyways, it's some of them. Yeah, I'm a fan of. I would love to do more natives, but it's trying to tie this into what you were just saying. Like, is that the most challenging part about what you're doing? Is trying to talk to people or customers about how to make it all work?
I think the bigger challenge is really explaining how native gardening simplifies your garden experience.
We could probably also clarify for those that don't know what natives are.
It's okay, I threw it.
Okay.
It's fine.
But I'm sure somebody's, because I wasn't familiar, right? Until probably after WeChat is when I started to really kind of figure it out. But for anyone listening that's clueless about what we're talking about, these are, and you probably explained it better than I, but plants, any kind of plant really, that is native to our Atlanta area that thrives better than other plants do? You tell me.
So it's kind of similar. So there are these things called ecoregions.
Okay.
And every area has an ecoregion. So for example, we live in the Georgia Piedmont, which are the foothills between the Appalachian Mountains and the sandy coast.
Georgia what?
Piedmont. You know, like Piedmont Road?
Yeah, Piedmont.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So the Georgia Piedmont is this ecoregion between the Blue Ridge Mountains and the sandy coasts.
Is this the 7A, 7B?
That is a little bit different. That's how many days of the year we have a certain number of hot days versus a certain number of cold days below freezing.
Okay.
So they are two different things.
Okay.
Your 9A, 9B, which we're 8B, are more for ornamental plants. That's your hardiness zone.
Right.
So that's how cold your plants can tolerate.
Gotcha.
Versus your ecoregion is the actual physical ecological region, whether you're a limestone glacier soil, like our Georgia red clay, the amount of sand and all of the minerals that are in it that make it red, that's more attuned to our ecoregion.
Okay, and it's between, you said, Blue Ridge and something else?
Yeah, and coastal plains, which is like Savannah and Vidalia and all of that.
Which is almost like all of Georgia.
Yes, there's a large coastal plains. You can find a map. I believe the website is called BONAP, B-O-N-A-P. It tells you the native regions of any plant that you might be curious about, and I'm pretty sure you can find your ecoregion there also.
Does that mean a native plant in Savannah would do just as good as a native plant in Blue Ridge?
That's a good question. So here's a fun one. Cherry laurels. Love them or hate them, right?
Sure.
They make a lot of babies here. A plant that is native to the coastal plains in Georgia is considered invasive here in the Piedmont.
Okay. Interesting.
So a native plant, the definition gets a little fuzzy, right? Because it's kind of like, well, are native plants native pre-colonization? How long does a plant have to be here to be native?
Ooh, good. Well, I'm curious. How do you have the answers?
The general consensus is that a native plant is a plant that has been in the area without being introduced since before colonization.
So we're going back hundreds of years?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And there, how many, well, I mean, I'm probably skipping ahead here, but how many native plants in Georgia are there?
A lot.
Just
a lot.
Hundreds, thousands?
Thousands.
Thousands. That was Gus coming in, if anyone's wondering what that screech was. That's wild. I didn't know there was that many. I only have like 5.
Yeah.
So.
And there's more and more coming into cultivation every year.
And these are, and once again, I'm skipping ahead, or maybe I'm not, but natives are important.
Yes.
And for more reasons than just because they thrive really well. Maybe you could tell me why they're more important.
So, natives are not only easier to take care of than the majority of ornamental plants and need less maintenance, they also offer ecological benefits, food for our native pollinators, which honeybees aren't native. Honeybees are an introduced species.
Oh yeah? Okay.
Yep.
Where'd they come from?
They're from Europe and Asia.
Uh-huh.
So honeybees are generalists that compete with our native bees
What
for
are
nectar
native
sources.
bees?
Oh, you know carpenter bees?
Yeah?
Those are native bees.
No, the ones I dislike the most.
I know, they're so cute though. We've got.
They are? Because all I see them do is drill holes in my deck, so I haven't noticed their cuteness yet.
Try a paper lantern wasp nest.
I had that at my old house, and I think it actually worked well, and I honestly forgot about it till you just mentioned it. But, well, all right, so we were going down the rabbit hole of why natives are great, and you were saying they help. Was there more to that fun fact?
So we have all kinds of different pollinators that are really important. You guys, we all hate mosquitoes, right?
Sure do.
You know who eats mosquitoes?
Who eats mosquitoes? Bats?
Bats.
Yeah.
You know what bats need?
They need mosquitoes.
And native plants.
Because the native plants feed the mosquitoes?
They feed all of the critters in the food cycle, excuse me.
Okay.
They're part of the food chain. So you need all of the links in the food chain.
Oof. So I have mosquito buckets, bad or good?
They're fine.
Oh, they're fine?
Yeah, I have no problems with buckets of doom.
Okay. But we need the mosquitoes. So now I'm conflicted. Well, all right, I'll just be honest. I hate mosquitoes.
We can lessen our mosquito population without starving the bats.
Maybe, are you saying potentially like from a residential standpoint, if it's just your home, maybe it's okay, but on a commercial scale, killing mosquitoes is bad?
Yeah, especially if you're spraying to do so.
What about all the bad mosquitoes that are like causing all those diseases right now?
Yeah, I know. The West Nile virus is a really serious thing.
Yeah.
I would say public health takes precedent.
Okay.
I think in a perfect world, we would consider our ecology before we clear cut areas and potentially erase ecosystems that keep those systems in check. There is scientific data out right now that says the reason ticks are getting worse right now is because we're clear cutting our grasslands and we're getting rid of the creatures that keep ticks in check.
Interesting. Is that happening in Georgia or like nationwide?
A lot of in the East Coast. Mostly.
East Coast. Wow. This is all. I didn't know a lot.
It's
you
a
know
lot.
You know a lot considering you've only been out a few years.
That ADHD superpower.
That's fascinating. You mentioned bats, which I had a bat house before I moved. Could never get one. I guess it was just wrong place or something. But they are around Atlanta, right?
Yeah, we have bats around Atlanta.
Okay. Because you're also in Grant Park. Mm-hmm. Do you have bats?
Yes.
You have a bat house?
I don't have a bat house.
But you just have bats.
I have oak trees.
Oh, cool.
They hang out in the oak trees.
This is going in the opposite direction, you could say, but my neighbor just built a owl house, which is really cool.
Oh, for the barred owls?
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Are those good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't know. I'm
I
trying.
don't know if they need them, but it's cool.
Okay, it is cool. Yeah, I couldn't get the bats to come, so I was like, maybe I can get an owl to come hang
Yes.
out. So
There's a wonderful man named Merlin Tuttle. You can follow him on Instagram.
Merlin is a great name.
He's a great guy.
Okay.
He's the bat guru. He'll tell you all about what you did wrong with your bat house.
Oh yeah.
Because region to region, the type of wood, the color of the box, because the color of the box takes care of the temperature inside the box. And if the
Wow.
box is too hot or too cold, the bats won't go there.
Gotcha.
And it has to be high enough and not on a pole.
Mine was on a pole.
Yeah.
That must have been it.
It leaves it open to predators.
Interesting. Okay. Well, the reason I haven't done it here, I think, is because the only high thing here is my house, and I didn't want to put the bat house on the house because of the droppings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, that's the spot it wants to be.
Yeah.
Is
yep,
on
yep.
the house.
I think barns are really good for bat houses.
Barns are great. Ooh, it's okay. Why are you mad? Do you even know why you're mad? No. You have a sticker of a baby.
Oh, that's it.
There you go. Keep playing with that.
Yeah, there's like 1,000 different bat holes we can go down.
Yeah.
There's like, all right, well, let's see if we can bring it in. Well, I mean, I don't want to, I mean, so we can jump around because I am curious about botanical gardens too.
Yeah.
And, because are these both full-time jobs or part-time jobs?
They're both full-time jobs.
Wow.
I work at the botanical garden from 7 to 3:30, and then I come home and I work on the business until 7:30, intermittently,
Yeah.
as she lets me.
Yeah.
And then I put her to bed and I'll work for another 2 hours before I go to sleep.
How are you coping with all of this?
It's a lot.
Is it just, it's not just you though.
No. My partner helps too, but he still works in film, so he works long hours too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's gnarly.
Yeah, it's the hustle for the 5-year plan.
So you got out, but he's still in it.
He's still in
He
it.
must like it then.
I think he's ready for my company to take over so he can get paid to do that instead.
Like join you?
Yeah, he wants to do something with pond work for me, which is great because water features are awesome.
Oh, it's funny you mentioned that. I want to give a shout out to, let me make sure I get it right. We had a pond company join the Shmooze.
Oh, fun.
Go figure. You mentioned that. I'm going to pull it up in 5 seconds. Beholder Aquatics.
That's baby fern, Maisie. That's a sticker of baby fern. Now we gotta get a sticker of baby Maisie.
The sticker of baby.
We do need, we need a sticker. We need a sticker for everyone.
Everybody needs a sticker. I'm not stepping on it, am I?
You haven't heard of Beholder Aquatics?
I have not.
Okay, well, shout out to them. They're from Atlanta and they got a pond company. So
Cool.
yeah, maybe there's a tie-in there in case y'all need some crossover.
Yeah.
Something.
I mean, until I can hire out, which I'm not.
Because it's
not
just
there yet.
you.
It's just me.
Yeah, I see. That's a lot. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
I mean, is Maisie sleeping well at least?
Yeah. She's the easy part.
Okay, wow. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Fern is also easy.
Yes.
Well, we actually, you met my mother-in-law, and so she's like our babysitter Monday through Thursday, but and this little hellion over here is doing pretty good on his own these days. So
Yeah, I'd say so.
But I'm glad to hear you don't feel overwhelmed because it does sound like a lot.
I procrastinate occasionally, which is probably my biggest detriment, but
So is your goal maybe, and I don't want to like throw you on the bus with botanical gardens, but do you want to like make your Native Scapes job full time one day?
I think ideally what I would like to do is get the company started, hire a good group of employees I can trust, and then I just manage the business and the face
There you go.
and approve designs.
So maybe that's like a 5-year plan or something?
It's kind of the 5-year plan.
Cool.
Because I enjoy my work at the botanical gardens, and I've recently been promoted to the horticulturist for the rose garden.
Nice.
And I'm working on a full organic plan in our rose garden, and if I can prove my results, I will attempt to take it to different conferences.
Yeah, let's talk about that because I was curious about the Atlanta botanical world because we go, we'll go in at least a few times a year. And you're at the Atlanta one, obviously. There
Yeah.
is another one though.
In Gainesville.
Gainesville.
Yeah.
But the Christmas light show is always a must. But you just mentioned something interesting, the roses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so you're in control of new roses?
So I take care of that garden space.
Yeah.
So where that blue Chihuly statue is,
Yeah.
that's the parterre garden. That used to be the rose garden. And then as the garden grew, they made that into a French parterre style garden. And the rose garden is this little oval garden right next to it. In 2016, we had a really bad case of rose rosette, which took out 2/3 of the rose garden.
Whoa.
You can't have the
And
microphone.
that sounds like a disease.
It is. So rose rosette, everybody thinks they have it. Most of the time people don't, unless you have knockout roses, and then you probably do.
Okay.
Unfortunately, so brief sidebar, knockout roses are great roses. The problem is they became a very heavily used landscape plant, and with any monoculture, once you get an infection that can't be cured, it just jumps from plant to plant to plant to plant because it's the same exact genetic material.
Okay.
You know how like bananas go extinct every 100 years or so, like the banana we eat?
What?
Yeah, ever had a banana Laffy Taffy?
Banana the candy?
Yeah.
I'm sure I have.
Yeah, have you ever heard of a pawpaw being called a poor man's banana?
I have not heard that.
Okay, so those two flavors are the same. And you know...
Pawpaw and banana Laffy Taffy?
Yeah, you want to know why those two things have banana in common?
Okay.
Because the banana that existed turn of the century when that candy first came out tasted like a pawpaw or a banana Laffy Taffy, but it got a disease, and because they're all genetic clones of each other, the plant went extinct, and we moved on to, I think we're at the Chiquita banana right now, is the one you buy at the grocery store.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
So you're saying this Chiquita banana is going to go extinct eventually?
It very well could.
Huh.
I feel like it's a matter of time. In fact, it's not a feeling, it's an inevitability.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
Interesting, because the fact that there will be another pandemic.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. How many? I'd be shocked if you knew this. How many different varieties of bananas has there been that went extinct? And,
I would have to look it up.
I was about to say,
sure.
if you're an encyclopedia, that'd be wild. But I'm glad you don't have the answer to that, because that would be crazy. Okay, so we did get sidebarred, but in a fun way. We were talking about the roses. So
Yes.
the roses, you're in control of the roses.
Yes.
And
We were talking about the history of the rose garden.
history of the roses. I did have a quick antidote, because we just went to the St. Louis Botanical Garden, which
Oh,
is
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, that's a
and,
beautiful
and
garden.
fun fact for anyone, if you're a member of the Atlanta Botanical Gardens, you get in all the botanical gardens across the U.S. for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. It's cool. It's
Yeah.
like anytime we go to a city, or like, is there a botanical garden here? Then we're gonna go for free.
Yeah, I think there's only a few we're not affiliated with, but I wouldn't know what they are.
But there's
off the
like
top of my head.
hundreds,
Yeah.
I think.
There's
yeah.
tons.
Yeah.
There's tons.
Where I went somewhere though. I don't think, maybe it was that one, maybe it was a different one, but it was a rose experiment, you could say. Like there was hundreds of different roses that they were like mixing and mashing up. Does any of that ring a bell?
Oh, like they were trying to make new cultivars. They were cross-pollinating parent
so.
plants.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really, a lot of rose breeders do that.
Okay.
People listening will probably know the name David Austin. That's how they make all their roses, is they cross-pollinate parent plants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do any of that?
No, not yet. It would be cool to get to that point, but I don't think we're quite there yet. There's a big expansion coming, and with that expansion comes greenhouses.
The rose expansion, or
The garden expansion.
is that right?
Yeah.
Do
So
you tell? Are you allowed to talk about it?
I can say what I'm allowed to say, and that around 2028 we will have a 5-acre expansion on the Beltline.
Okay, sweet. I'm trying to like picture it in my head.
Do
There's
you
an extra
know-
5 acres around.
I know, isn't that crazy? You know, have you ever driven down Piedmont towards Monroe and seen that big U-Haul?
I mean, I'm sure I
It's
have.
like
but,
right across from the Ansley Mall.
Okay, I can picture it.
Yeah, so that little triangle of land now belongs to the Atlanta Botanical Garden.
That's exciting. Wow. Was that like a private purchase, or does the city like have this to do something cool?
No, we're raising funds for it.
Uh-huh.
So it's a full purchase.
2028. That's really close. That's really soon.
Yeah.
Is it going to be We don't know what it's gonna be. It'll be something.
I have the designs, but I can't tell you about
Oh, okay. It's cool though.
them. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be different from what's already there. So
Different.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
we'll have some different types of gardens over there. We'll have things that are a little bit more sculptural.
Oh, all right. Fair enough. We can leave that at bay so we don't cross over any lines of breaching. All right. So we kind of know your day-to-day, sort of, now. And we know... I'm trying to think of a nice segue to what happened. I mean, it seems like there's 1,000 different fun facts that you know. It's
I know.
about plants and...
It's hard to stay
let's
focused.
maybe say, like, somebody's listening, they're like, I'm curious what Taylor could do to my yard, or maybe they're like, maybe there's, I don't know, is there a tie-in here where you could kind of, is there a fun fact tie-in of like, why should we have a certain, you recommend, like, what's your favorite plant or plants to recommend, or what's, what are your I'm jumping every. What are your thoughts on mowing a yard versus not mowing a yard? Because like we could go into the world of like xeriscaping or not xeriscaping, but going back to the permaculture thing where we're like, my intention was to get away from trying to
Pesticides.
use chemicals,
Yeah.
but I came back to it because it was just easier.
So, for anybody who wants an organic lawn,
Okay, yeah.
Jeff Lowenfels, the guy, he's a science writer, and he has a heavy fascination in compost and soil health. He has a book called Teaming with Microbes.
Mm-hmm.
Great book. I honestly believe, especially for something like Zoysia or Bermuda, the only thing you need to do to keep your lawn healthy is aeration and compost.
Okay, well, I like that, and it's funny you mentioned that. I literally got one of those aeration shoes, like the spikes on them, and you just walk around your yard and poke holes in it.
Yeah.
So I just did that recently. You probably saw some of like the seeding straw out there and whatnot, but I also put compost down. But weeds will always come. Mm-hmm. So that's the tricky part.
That's the tricky part, and I will say that's due to monocultures. It's inevitable with a monoculture. I think UGA is working on a fescue mix right now.
UGA?
Yes.
Huh.
A fescue
Do tell more. Say more.
I get their quarterly updates. So the last one I saw, I didn't read too much into it because I don't deal too much in lawns specifically, but they're working on a fescue mix that will help the monoculture problem. So what happens in monocultures is inevitably, because we disturb our monocultures, aka our lawns, so often we wake up the weedy seed bank that lives in that lawn.
Sorry, I was trying to keep up with you there. This is the same thing you talked about earlier as like the rose monoculture problem or the banana monoculture problem,
Yeah,
and
so
there's
basically-
a fescue monoculture problem.
Or grass
Or
monoculture
grass.
problem
Okay.
in general. Any of our standard lawn grasses are planted as just one large mass of the same plant. And nature just doesn't operate that way.
Fair enough.
So the reason that your weeds come up, and a lot of them are forb weeds, like taproot weeds, like dandelions, things of that nature, is because there's no existing dandelion roots or forb root system in the ground.
Okay.
Also, we run into the issue of disturbance. People run on lawns, they golf on lawns, they hang out on lawns. All of that disrupts the soil beneath the grass. And what's in there is a seed bank of annual weed seeds.
Okay.
So your spurges, your dandelions, your daisy fleabanes, what else do people hate in their lawn?
Oh, I don't know.
Clover, violet.
I like clover, but fair of
All
okay.
that stuff is just sleeping underneath the soil.
And this the UGA is trying to make a fescue that's resilient to it?
So it's a bunch of different species of fescue that have slightly different genetic material, and root systems so that they create a tighter mat but don't allow weed seeds to photosynthesize
Whoa.
from disturbance.
Wild.
And also, when you take out that monoculture, you don't have that patchiness problem.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, this is like one big science. You ever listen to Science Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it feels like right now. This is fascinating. So they're just, I don't even know. We don't know how they're doing that, but they're.
That's UGA science stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not looking too much into it anyway, because if I'm going to do a lawn alternative, I'm going to lean into things like wild violets.
Okay.
And stuff that you can mow. Still has a nice aesthetic look to it if you can embrace it. I know it's a lot of cultural retraining to embrace alternative lawns.
Well, no time like the present. Because I am, like I said, I am interested. I just feel like I ran out of energy or juice to continue with my project to get rid of grass, quote unquote. Is there, obviously, like, to step one, stop the chemicals.
Yeah.
That would take a month or two for it to like acclimate, you would think?
Yeah, I'm sure you'd see stuff pop up.
Yeah.
Honestly, within a couple weeks.
And then you just mentioned violet?
Yeah, the heart-shaped leaves that are in everybody's lawn.
Uh-huh.
So our native wild violet is a really, really cool plant. It is tough. You can run on it. You can mow it. You can light it on fire. It doesn't matter. It comes back. And it will form these thick, dense, beautiful carpets that get adorable deep purple to periwinkle blue to white flowers in the early spring.
Yep.
So they're early bee food, which is great.
Do they sell, if you went to Lowe's, would they have a violet seed jar
Lowe's,
bag?
no.
Okay, yeah.
No, you would have to go somewhere kind of specialized, like maybe Prairie Moon Nurseries online
Yeah.
to get seed. But honestly, if you let your lawn go, they'll come.
Oh yeah.
They'll show up.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's just, I mean, I love the idea of that, right? But then I've mowed thousands of yards, right? I know what an Atlanta yard turns into if you don't add chemicals. Is every single weed that you could possibly imagine, and a lot of it doesn't look good.
Right.
So that's inevitably what I see my yard turning into.
So my answer for taking care of weeds is labor intensive.
Uh-oh.
It is.
Picking them?
No, I'm actually pretty anti-picking.
Okay.
So mowing your as long as it's not a heavy rhizomatous, like those big potato-like root systems like wisteria.
Uh-huh.
So long as it's not something like that where when you mow it, it makes it more robust, you can actually just cut it to the ground, to the soil, not to the grass level, to the soil, and keep it from photosynthesizing. And the root will run out of energy and the plant will not be able to procreate. If the plant can't procreate, you will inevitably exhaust that plant's seed bank in your yard and it will not be able to repopulate.
Okay. And you cut it all the way to the soil in the winter?
All season.
All season. Oh, you just constantly like,
Yeah.
I'm using the word scalp, but it's not the right word. You're constantly just cutting it super low.
You would leave your grass and your desirable plants at the height that they belong at and cut the undesirable plants to the ground.
But isn't all the grass and the weeds and the violet, isn't all that cohabitating together?
It is. That's why I said it's a little bit labor intensive. And if it were me, I would start in a
What's your
small
yard?
section.
What do you do at your yard?
I have no grass. I have no traditional grass. So for my play spaces, I use a combination of a plant called frog fruit. Which,
Great name.
Yeah, it's really cute too. It gets these tiny clover-like flowers on them, but you can mow it and it comes right back.
Okay.
What's nice about frog fruit is it is a stoloniferous plant. So have you ever had like a Tradescantia wandering plant, a zebra plant? I'm trying to think of all of the common names that aren't problematic.
Problematic. Oh, I think I just thought of a problematic wandering.
Yes, that's the plant I'm referring to.
Oh, okay, cool. It's funny you mentioned problematic, and that's the first one that came to mind.
Yes. So if you've ever noticed, you can cut that plant at these little knobs on the stems and put them in water and they root.
Okay.
That's called a stolon.
Stolen. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's just the type of plant it is. So stoloniferous plants are nice because they hop along the ground and just drop root where they lay.
Okay.
So then you can plant a plant that spreads by rhizome, which is kind of like a stolon, but it's all underground. So think like, what's the one I like to use? Golden ragwort.
Okay.
Is another one. And if you looked it up, you'd be like, oh, I've seen this before.
So are you mowing, like you mentioned earlier with the maintenance part, you're mowing selectively to the soil to keep some of that, or are you just letting it go free willy?
I just kind of let it go. Or even the violets, right? So the violets spread by rhizome. So if you had frog fruit and violets as your lawn,
Yeah.
and you mowed once every 3 months,
Yeah.
you'd be fine. It'd be super easy. The only part that gets a little tough is until you get that really established.
I see. So you really need to seed it quite heavily
Yes.
to get going.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then that's where you just kind of stay on top of the weeds. And I like to go out and just tackle one weed at a time.
Okay.
So like I get elm seedlings like crazy. Elm, like elm tree.
Oh, yeah.
I get those like crazy. So I'll just spend a couple hours on a weekend and go out and pull all of the elm seedlings.
Nice. It sounds awesome. I mean, not the weeding part, but the yard part sounds awesome.
Yeah. So it's definitely more, you're spending more time outside in your garden, which is not necessarily how everybody wants to approach it.
I mean, you know, we're both in the I like cool yard fields. So obviously I like to, my wife's garden, that's her, prized possession down there. And then I kind of just have the assortment of various plant trees and bushes and et cetera, et cetera. The peach, by the way, you mentioned that earlier.
Yes.
I'm trying my luck with fruit this year. I got some blueberries, which I'm happy with those. Those kind of exist on their own, right?
Yes.
Peaches and pears are my new, planted those last year.
Okay.
And they're doing great, but any work required of those? Sounds like there probably will be.
So it depends on what cultivar of peach you got. We have a few that are bred for these conditions here in the South. But fruit trees take a lot of fertilizer, so it's important to feed them.
Okay.
I use a company called Down to Earth. They are a granular, non-salt based fertilizer.
Great name again.
Yes.
Cool. I haven't done that yet, so.
The no salt is important because salt binds nutrients in the soil.
What about a 10-10-10 mix? Does that have salt in it?
So when you're going to Home Depot
Yeah.
and you're looking at your bags of fertilizer, turn the bag over. Read the ingredients.
Why would salt be? What's salt do for fertilizing?
Molecular mumbo jumbo, but it basically, because clay already holds nutrients. Okay, so your soil has electricity in it.
What?
Yes, there's ions. So clay
You keep
is a
saying
very,
these crazy.
I know, it sounds bananas. Clay has a very negative charge to it.
Okay.
So the best way to get nutrients out of clay is with positively charged elements. So you need, salt just makes it worse. It helps lock it in.
Yeah.
I don't have the vocabulary to explain this in any
But
real...
no salt for fruit.
I just wouldn't use salt fertilizers, period.
Oh.
When you're looking at the back of the bag, don't look for things that say like bone meal, kelp meal. Stay away from things that say ammonium or nitrates.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the kind of stuff that is not good for the soil long term.
Okay. Fair enough. Never knew that, obviously. So I guess I'm kind of making it about me, but in addition to no salt fertilizers for fruit trees, how about winterizing it? They do okay in Atlanta?
Yeah, they'll be fine.
All right. Does that apply to like all fruit? Because I was going on the rabbit hole and I was like, there's lemons, there's oranges. Well, maybe not oranges, but there's apples.
Most citrus, no. Apples do fine. We have a native apple. I wouldn't eat it. It's a crab apple.
Is crab apple bad?
Well, they just don't taste like anything.
Oh.
Leave them for the birds. They're pretty. They're beautiful trees.
I don't know if I've.
If
Wow, I
you-
don't know if I've had a crabapple.
You wouldn't remember if you had. It really just doesn't even taste like anything.
Interesting, a tasteless apple.
They're
I
really-
kind of
they
want to
look
try
like
one
cherries.
now. Oh, really? They're
Yeah,
small? I'm
they're
picturing like a
small.
real big apple.
Yeah, like have you ever seen like a watermelon that's not engineered by humans? It's all
Tons
seeds.
of seeds?
It's all seeds.
Yeah, okay.
Similar idea. They're fruits made for animal distribution, not for our consumption. So
Okay.
we as humans have engineered fruit to be better for us.
Yeah, that's fair,
Yeah.
I do know this, well, I think I know this, you're about to correct me, but so I planted, and I don't know, but I planted 2 peaches and 2 pears, because I was told you have to have one of each or you have to have 2 so they can
Cross-pollinate.
make the fruit. Is that part true?
Yeah, there's cross-pollination there.
So you do need 2.
Yeah.
Okay, and does that apply to apples and whatever the other one I mentioned, lemons or something?
I know there's apples, a general
Pomegranates.
rule of thumb. Yes, I think pomegranates are dioecious, meaning they can fertilize themselves. But there are cultivars of peaches that I'm pretty sure are self-fertile.
Okay, interesting.
Our native serviceberry tree, which has a fruit similar to a blueberry, and is a really common street tree because they take pollution really well.
Oh yeah.
They're in the same family as apples,
Yeah.
and they take care of themselves.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't really necessarily want 2 peaches and 2 pear trees, but I kind of just thought it was necessary. You said there might be a world where I get rid of one of them and they still self-fertilize.
It would depend on the cultivar. You would have to see how the tree was bred and what it was bred for.
We don't know. I just got it.
Yeah.
And it went in, and it did its thing though. So
Yeah.
good for them. And by the way, I know it's getting late-ish. It's almost 7, so you got
Oh,
like
wow,
family
is it?
time or something you need to. Or dinner time.
She has to go to bed soon, but she's tolerating me right now, so I'll milk it as long as I can.
Can't wait to see how she sounds on the audio to make sure if you're
Yeah.
coming through over her. Yeah, this is great. We're almost hit an hour too, so I feel like it sounds like I'd love to have you back because there's just so many interesting fun facts floating around.
We can definitely see if anybody has questions based on this episode, because I feel like we've tiptoed on a bunch of different
I'm
stuff.
scatterbrained. I was just like, oh, Worley, tell me about that. It's kind of jumped from the topic to topic. Once again, do you want to plug how somebody can reach you?
Yes, the most efficient way, honestly, is to text me.
Okay.
My phone number is on my website. I can reiterate it here, I don't mind.
Go for it.
So it is 703-851-1540. I wish I was better at answering emails. It takes me a little bit longer.
What's 703?
Northern Virginia. I grew up in DC.
Oh, nice.
And I have a Virginia number because being registered in DC is really expensive. So we put my grandma's address on all of our stuff growing up.
Hey. So, how long you lived in Atlanta or Grand Park?
I've been in Atlanta since 2015. We moved to Grand Park in 2019.
Okay. Cool. Are you close by?
Yeah, I live in Taco Town for everybody who knows what that is. And for those who don't, I live behind Grindhouse on Memorial.
Very close by. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. Anything you want to add at the end? Did we miss anything?
Let's see. I guess what you guys need to know about my company and what I can offer you is a good-looking garden that's a little bit less maintenance than what we're used to, and will eventually become an ecosystem in its own right and be full and lush and have 3 seasons of interest.
And lots of buzzing carpenter bees, the cute ones, and honeybees. Honeybees are still nice.
Honeybees
though, right?
will be there. You'll
Yeah.
have bumblebees.
Yeah.
You'll have digging bees. They have little mustaches. They're really cute. You'll have all kinds of fun
Butterflies.
things. Lots of butterflies. You'll have really cool caterpillar chrysalis all over the place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sold. It sounds delightful. So I'm trying to do something to that nature. I'm big into butterflies this year, just with all the different kinds of that kind of stuff I have going on.
Yeah, butterflies are cool. They're also disgusting.
What?
They love dead stuff and stinky stuff.
You gotta finish that thought before we quit. Why does a butterfly, does it eat dead things?
They like byproduct and dead things.
Are you talking about they like waste or something?
Waste.
From anything?
Lots of things. Not all butterflies, but a lot of them.
Like a fly? Fly likes waste.
Yeah.
So they're like a fly.
a pretty fly.
It is a pretty fly.
It's a pretty fly.
But they're good.
They're great.
They do good stuff, right?
They do great things.
Okay, cool.
But just a fun fact, everybody thinks butterflies are like sweet, beautiful, amazing creatures. And they are aesthetically, but they're also super gross.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Because they're still considered a pollinator.
They are definitely a pollinator.
Yeah.
I just want to give a little love to our moths because they're a lot less celebrated and they're not gross.
Moths. Ooh, the ones that people use like bug zappers to get.
Yeah.
Why does the moth get a bad rap? Because it's just like...
Because they're boring.
Huh.
Not all of them, but a lot of them are really boring.
Fair enough. I mean...
Not everybody can be a Luna moth.
Well, sheesh. Thank you. This is delightful. And thank you for... I know we went back and forth on making this work, but hey, we made it work. So.
Yeah, we made it work. And I don't know. Let me know if you have a specific question and I'll come back. And before I go, I did want to show you what a violet lawn can
Is
look
this yours?
like. This is just one I pulled off the internet.
Oh, okay. Wow, it is pretty. It is like a lavender field. I'm trying to describe the photo. It's green and purple. Is that what yours kind of looks like?
Yeah, my side yard does. It looks like a bunch of lily pads on your lawn.
Dang, I want that. Yeah. And you're saying you only cut that like every 3 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. It definitely has that like natural nature pasture vibe.
And they're edible. You don't have to eat them, but you could.
That's wild. Yeah, thank you. We'll call it quits?
All right.
Okay.
R2 agrees.
When you're in need of